The Creature, my creepy story. I'm a 21-year-old college student living in Oklahoma. This event took place early on a Tuesday morning. It was only 5 a.m, so still dark outside, and I had to walk my dogs before college. Before setting off on our walk, I let them out in our yard to do their business, and I was just walking around waiting for them to finish. My house has lots of trees to the edge of the garden, and I thought I heard a rustling noise. I turned to the right, and I saw a big, glowing, yellow pair of eyes staring right at me. At first I thought nothing of it, believing it was just a deer, until it made an awful, high-pitched wailing noise. I started to panic, trying to convince myself that it was just a deer trying to get me to go away or something, so I make a noise back, trying to get it to leave instead. And to my surprise, as I watched it, it stood up on its hind legs, around 10 feet tall. It started to walk towards me with slow, lumbering steps. It sounded like it was wheezing or snarling. It's hard to tell. I just couldn't bring myself to move. I was terrified and frozen on the spot. Suddenly I came back to what was happening, and at that moment I sprung into action. I ran towards the door leading into my garage. It started to run too, but more like a gallop. Its footsteps were quick and heavy. As soon as I got to the garage with the dogs, I turned around, slammed the door and locked it. I tried looking out the little window on the door. Couldn't see anything. It seemed to be gone. I scanned my eyes all around, and I looked towards the creek that was at the end of my yard. There it was. This time I finally got a good look at it. It did look like a deer, but it walked like a human. It was all bloody, and there were gashes all along its body. Some bones appeared to be exposed, but I couldn't tell if it was the light or not. But there was one thing I knew. Its rib cage was definitely exposed on the right side of its chest. As it walked away, slowly and heavily, with rattling breaths, I sat in the garage and cried. My dogs were distressed too. They were barking at the door and whining. I've always been terrified of the dark, and this didn't help at all. So, creepy creature in the woods near my house, let's never meet again.